When you hear the word Stone Age, what do you imagine? A group of bearded men chasing mammoths, cavemen grunting in front of fires, or painting on cave walls? That's the image we've been fed for years. But there's something missing. Someone, actually. The women. Have you ever wondered what Stone Age women were doing all day? Because the truth is, they were indeed just sitting in caves, picking berries, or waiting for the men to come home with meat. In fact, without them, human civilization might not have survived at all. Let's go back thousands of years, to a time before cities, before farms, before written words. Let's find out what women were really doing in the Stone Age. Early humans lived in small tribes, always moving, always searching for food and shelter. Life was hard, survival was everything, but it was also shared. Stone Age life wasn't split the way modern jobs are today. Everyone had to contribute. And while some men hunted, most of the daily food came from gathering, a task led by women. Stone Age women were not simply picking things at random. They were trained by their mothers and grandmothers to understand the land. They could identify which plants were edible, which ones were poisonous, which herbs could heal a wound or ease pain. They were walking libraries of natural knowledge, and their contribution wasn't small. In fact, experts say that more than 60% of the tribe's food came from what women gathered. That means women didn't just support the tribe, they fed it. Now here's something you may not expect. Recent discoveries have shown that Stone Age women weren't just gatherers, they were also hunters. In 2020, researchers found a 9,000-year-old grave in the Andes Mountains. Inside, they found a woman buried with a full set of hunting tools, spears, knives, and scrapers. She wasn't a helper. She was a lead hunter, and this wasn't a one-time find. Archaeologists have uncovered several similar graves around the world. In some tribes, both men and women hunted. In others, women specialized in hunting smaller, faster animals. This flips the old story completely. Stone Age women weren't just surviving. They were skilled, strong, and essential to the hunt. But their role didn't stop there. Stone Age women were also the heart of early family life. They cared for children without strollers or medicine. They gave birth in caves or open fields with no doctors, only other women. They were the first midwives, passing down wisdom through experience. They invented ways to carry babies on their backs, keeping their hands free to work. They soothed pain with herbs, taught language to toddlers, and told stories around the fire at night. They weren't just caregivers. They were teachers, shaping the next generation of humans. And when it comes to art and culture, women may have led the way. You've probably seen photos of ancient cave paintings, handprints, animals, symbols drawn in red and black on stone walls. For a long time, people assumed they were made by men. But scientists have now studied the handprints closely. Based on finger length and proportions, most of those prints, up to 75%, belong to women. That means the earliest known artists in human history were likely female. They weren't just painting animals. They were recording memories, marking their presence, telling their stories. So why haven't we heard more about this? Because history was written thousands of years after the Stone Age, during times when women's roles were often ignored or erased. But science is catching up. Every year, archaeologists uncover more evidence that women in prehistory were powerful, creative, and essential. They gathered the food, they healed the sick. They gave birth, taught children, and kept the knowledge of the earth alive. They painted stories that still speak to us across thousands of years. They hunted, they led, they shaped culture. They didn't just live in the Stone Age. They helped build the human story. So the next time you think of a caveman, think of her too. The cave woman, the gatherer, the healer, the hunter, the artist. The one who gave humanity more than history ever remembered.